180, you all know the score, you all know the drill, Matchday report, you know how it goes. I don't have the energy to do the alright chat and speak positively for 12 minutes. No, we're just going to get into it and we're going to discuss this, dissect this, why this is a bad thing. You don't need me to tell you why it's a bad thing, you know it's a bad thing. QPR 2, Preston 0. We got scored against by fucking Chris Willock, as always, and Paul Smith, the comedian. Not great. We had 7 shots, 1 on target against the mighty QPR, who sit at 22nd, 23rd in the table, wherever they sit. And they had 8 shots to 5 on target. Embarrassing. 55% possession, 45% on their end. Don't really give a shit about that, but yeah, people do, so you feel free to read the rest of them stats quickly. And yeah, in terms of the lineup we played it, you'd imagine it'd be similar to what we played at Middlesbrough, but no. This lineup, when I first saw it, seems a bit more well put together and a bit more well thought through. However, Will Keane does not suit being a number 10. I'll say that now, and I'll say it again over and over throughout the rest of the season. I'm pretty sure he does not deserve to be a number 10. Because whenever he's a number 10, like he was at Middlesbrough, and when he was today, and like he was a few weeks ago, he's absolutely absent from every single fucking game. Do not play him there. He does not belong there. We can't get the best out of Will Keane in this position. I was reading an Evans interview just before recording this, and he was quite honest about things, very, very honest. And he said that Mads should be playing higher up the pitch, and I totally agree. Mads higher up the pitch means we can get more into him, he can get more into us. He's a quality player with those qualities. Right, Woody a 6. Defence switched off for the goal, so you couldn't portion much blame at him. Kept Dixon Boner out with a smart save in the second half. Calvin Ramsey 5.5, his full debut ticked off, had a few forays forward, but clearly needs to get up to match speed. Passes and touches were hit and miss. Sorry a 6, didn't do a great deal wrong over the piece, but another disappointing night for the defence. Partnered Lindsay in the heart of defence. Lindsay a 5, a little bit more exposed in a centre-back pairing, but okay on the whole. Caught in a pole position for the second goal with the ball drilled across for Willock to convert. Andrew Hughes a 4. Poor for both goals, with Smith and Willock getting the ball ahead of him. Not as suited to left back compared to centre back. When Whiteman a 5, QPR locked onto him, and Brown for large parts of his impact was heavily lifted, saw plenty of the ball still, but was unable to do much other than play from side to side. Brown a 5 put the work in, nullified effectively, and his passing blew hot and cold, cut a frustrated figure. Holmes a 6, one you were hoping could provide the spark required, operating out on the right, had a couple of moments but drifted out the game. Yeah, Yee. Keane 5, played in the pocket behind Evans but had little impact on the game and made way at half time. I've got to tell you, I'm so tired. I'm tired of this shit. Hello. There wasn't much space for him, and the ex-QPR man was kept quiet. Mads 5.5, and he kept it on the deck much more than in midweek, so he did manage to get on the ball, tried to unlock QPR and execute some tidy passes while went astray. Played on the left, then moved central, but made way with 15 minutes to go. Evans a 5, kept putting himself about, but he didn't look after the ball particularly well, holding the game as he can. Had a chance first half, but so his 10 shots saved, and that's the only shot we had on target then by the sounds of it. Miller a 5, introduced at half time, was willing to run defenders, but the end product evaded him. And last but not least, Benny Woodburn, oh no, we had a few more, introduced for the final 20 minutes, played a few passes but wasn't able to help the spark. McCann 5.5, good to have him back, and you can see the energy he was bringing to the team. That's the kind of player who will unlock a defence. He's back in the fold, which is a positive. Bloody hell, excuse me. Let's do at 5. A thankless Tasserin really, introduced on the 87th minute, and the QPR second goal scored almost instantly. Yeah. It is what it is. Ryan Law's reaction. This is going to cause some spark of debate. I've already seen loads of notifications on Twitter of people being really angry already, saying it's time to go, blah blah blah, 3 defeats in a row, it's not good. And yeah, it's not good, and things do need to change, because right now it's fucking awful. But I don't know, because when before I went to the match, I met this old chap, well not old chap, old due respect, an older chap at Northern Way. I don't know his name, I don't know anything about him. He just we bumped into each other, and he recognised me from doing this, and he had a chat with me about older managers and other managers from other teams like Brentford and their ambitions compared to ours, and you know why we'll never go anywhere, and people like Ryan Law will never take us anywhere simply because they don't have the right mindset and things like that. You know, talking about how we used to be in 4th division and all that lovely stuff. It was honestly, it was quite an educating conversation. He knows who he is. If you do see this, I hope you're well. But yeah, no, I thank you for that conversation. It was really informative. But yeah, you sort of get the picture. Oh, sorry. Just woke up. Right. Preston North End, my in-laws at yeah, tough defeat to take. I thought both teams were a little bit flat. We asked our lads to raise it by 10-15% because I think that is all it needed. You shouldn't have to ask them to raise anything by 10-15%. They should be giving 100%. They raised it better than us and found themselves 2 goals up without being disrespectful. I don't think they had the right to earn the right. It was gifted to them a little bit, and we do need to be better. I'm scratching my head, but I won't do is slander me players. Oh god. We will find solutions to it because this team has generated 28 points. Yeah, but now we're not generating points. We probably shot ourselves in the foot by having a rocket of a start, and now we're having a bit of a dip. It's obviously a whirlwind. I get it. It's not good enough at the moment. But what I will say is the group of players have done good before the last week. Scored goals, kept clean sheets, put bodies on the line. Yeah, but we have conceded 26 goals in 11 games. You need to give your head a wobble and think about that. That's a lot. In the past week, we've not done that. What I will say is that the last time this happened, we went on a good run. I'm hoping for the fact that we've done it before, we can find solutions to get through it. When these moments are like this, it's not nice. Everyone knows that we've got to try and get better next time, and I'll make sure we do that with the group. They're a fantastic group of players. That's my belief in them, that they can do it because they've proven it. They are flat, they are down and out. I get it, there's tension, a few moans and groans. We've got to learn and get over that and deal with it. They're a group that care, and the biggest positive I can give them. They're on the floor in there because they know it's another opportunity missed for us to get 3 points. For us, we are not scoring enough at the moment or keeping the back door shut. We have to drag them out to play around them because they are solid and coached differently. Hard to break down. We couldn't find our 10s to get on the ball, or our lads coming in off the sides. The 4s were on the ball but a bit deeper. And when the ball goes back, you're not beating a team who are a third bottom and you've not scored. Then everyone gets anxious. Maybe it did set in, but I think we've got to be bigger and bold. I don't like letting people down, and I know frustration around the crowd with the fans. I do get it. I am a fan myself, but I think we've got to be a bit respectful for where we are and what we've done. We probably gave ourselves false hope a little bit with the start we had. I don't want my players being booed or abused coming off the pitch. It is not nice for well-being and everything else. I do get the frustration, but we've got to be a little bit better. We've got to be better on the pitch, but also better all around because we're hurting as well as them. It's easy to shout abuse and boo, but we are trying. We've just got to try and stick together and hope progress through these bad times. It's exactly like what happened last season when everyone was having that really yeah, there you go. When everyone was very negative around the time of like Wigan at home and Sheffield United at home, things like that. It was very fucking negative, very toxic, and we were nowhere near this position that we're in now. So it just comes full circle, really. You can't please Preston fans; it's impossible. But you know, if to say we were to win the next 3, everyone that's saying Law should get sacked, well, they won't be saying anything in the next 3 weeks. They'll be saying, yeah, we just needed time. Just needed to refresh. No, you said what you said. Get over it. Right, you can be as negative and as positive as you want. I am a quite positive person. I don't like to do negativity, but I can feel the negativity around at the moment, and as I say, we've come through one of those before. I always say that tough times don't last, tough people do, and I am a tough person, so all my staff and players, so we've got to stick together and come through it like before. We probably should have a few more points if you look at the bigger picture. We should have maybe had 2 sending offs, which helped you along the way, because you might need that bit of luck. Yeah, there should have been a sending off this game as well, by the way. So yeah, it is going to hurt for a few days until we get the lads back on the grass working on stuff, but we feel we can do better. And there's probably a bit of fear in the lads as well at the moment because of the way we're performing and not winning. Well, Ched countered that in his statement where he said it's not fear, there's just something going wrong that we can't piece together, and it feels like everything's slipping apart because of it. That's what Ched said. So looking at it from 2 external views here, it's quite interesting because Law's saying that the players are scared and we can't make that difference simply because the players are scared and they don't want to. They're worried about results going wrong. Whereas Ched's saying that things aren't going the way they should be going, things aren't being set up the way they should be being set up. So it's kind of a pin for pin here. So yeah, it's a bit of kick in the teeth at the moment, but we've got to get through it as quickly as we can. It will be on all of us, and it's on me as the leader and the manager to turn that around. We'll work on some stuff with them, sit down in one-to-ones, groups and collectives to find a way to find solutions. That is the only way you can do it. I've seen enough in this squad and group for us to find a way to find a way and do well, because we've done it before. I'm not sitting here rock bottom of the league with no solutions. It is a worry, but we've seen it and we know that these players can do. So the quicker we get back to doing what is good, the better we will be. I'm going to stick with them, but there are opportunities now for players coming back from injury and players who've been sat on the bench, maybe not getting on or getting on for 10-15 minutes. In our next game, there are probably 11 places up for grabs. Wowzers. Okay, that's a tough shout, Jesus. But I suppose he isn't wrong at the same time. It'd be nice to try and rotate things a little bit because this current rotation is clearly not working. My honest opinion, I don't have a fucking clue, because you can't piece these things together. As much as you want to stand there and shout McCann and shout all these other players' names and January business and Osmajic, but you look at the bigger picture. If XYZ players injured, they've just come back from injury, they're not going to be back to fucking perfect form straight away, are they? Form takes time. Once you're in form, the only way you get out of form is picking up an injury or having an absolute nightmare on the pitch and being fucking shook up by it. But no, there's something there. Like even Woodman at the minute, I think Woodman's having a pretty bad spell and he's being affected by it. He's deleted all of his social medias, bar Facebook, for personal reasons, but all his Instagram and his Twitter, gone. He doesn't even post updates and engage with the fans anymore. It's gone. Probably because it's far too fucking negative and he can't be dealing with it. And to shut it all out is the smart thing to do, by not looking at social media, because that's where it mainly comes from. So good on Fred for taking that step, but also shame on us for making him feel that he needs to take that step. Yeah, fair enough, it's not good enough, but we don't take to social media to abuse and whatever not. I know a lot of people will go onto social media, voice their opinion, that's fine, but when it's constant over and over slander and saying some things that I've seen people say, it can be a bit shocking, to be honest with you. And I know that these people should be tough cookies, they should be able to absorb it with the wage that they're on, and I see that argument all the time, but at the end of the day, the money doesn't matter. They're a human being, they've got a brain, they've got a mind, and if we're fucking their mindset, we're going to be fucking the way they feel when they're on the pitch. Think about that. But I'm not going to be the one I'm not going to be the positivity genie, because right now nobody's listening for positivity. They just want quick answers for us to be able to pick up points again. And yeah, I do. I want to be able to pick up points again, but I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to be overly negative for no apparent reason, because there's just no need for it. So that's just my take on the whole situation. It's bad. Yeah, we need to do something about it, but the best we can do is be patient, because we can't fix anything. The only thing we can do is just continue to support the boys and hopefully things turn around. So yeah, thanks for watching. Another disappointing result, of course, and it does need to be fixed, but it is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, that's all I got for today, to be honest with you. I wish I could provide a bit more clarity and say a bit more, but I can't, because there's just simply nothing else on my mind to say other than we pick ourselves up, we go again. So yeah, I'll see you all next time for when we play Norwich next weekend.